leg,
Yes.
we could then roll you to the recliner or, into the bathroom or over a bedside commode.
Does this go through a door?
Yes, it does.
Oh, that, yes.
It's a really nice piece of equipment.
I can do that right down.
Yes,
as
ma'am.
long as I don't put
Put
weight.
weight through that left leg.
Okay.
So I've been in this scenario over 100 times with similar situations. I think you're tolerating your pain a little bit better than most. Your baseline mobility is maybe a little bit better than most that I see, so I think this is going to go pretty well. And so not only is it going to allow you to get up with us, but then maybe we can make the recommendation that you can get up with the nurses using this when we're not here.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm going to just disconnect this for now. I'm going to start to uncover you, but let's make sure that your gown has you modest. We're going to put another one on your back.
I think that's a great idea.
And you sound like you're from another country, originally.
Yes,
With a name like Winchester, it makes me think of like
But she married into Winchester. But yes, you're right.
Supported, educated, really good.
Okay. I haven't been there yet, have you?
No.
I want to go.
Me too.
I'm pretty proud of that little island. We had, what's his name, during the war.
Churchill.
Churchill, yeah. Yeah, from what I hear,
Loved his
he's definitely
speeches.
something to
Yeah.
be proud of. So getting out of bed, it's going to be hard to sit up from there. From what I
Yes.
find most of the time, what might be a better option is trying to see if we can't scoot a little bit to the side,
Okay.
your whole body. And so what we'll need to do is because we can't put weight through that left leg, can we?
No.
So you have to rely on your right leg.
Right.
To try to side scoot. So I'm going to set you up with a little bag underneath your left leg, so that as you're kind of sliding, kind of scooting your whole body to the side, this leg can just kind of stay on the surface of the bed and just slide with it.
Oh, what a great idea.
Yeah. I think this will make you a little more independent, and I'm not gonna lift it too much. Just coming underneath you to get that bag underneath you. That okay?
Yes.
Okay. Not trying to lift it too much. All right. So you started to do exactly what I would recommend. You were bending this knee. So bend that knee again. I promise I'll keep you modest. Get that foot on the bed. Okay. See what I mean? Keeping you modest. Now you're going to use that leg, pushing through here, pushing with your arms on the bed. You're going to try to scoot a little bit to your right, towards the side of the bed. I'm going to be here to help with this leg if needed. Okay? Just a little bit at a time. Exactly. So let's reposition. Let's bring this right leg over a little bit further. There you go. Now you'll have a little more space to work with. Okay, up and over a little. Okay? That seems to be going well. Okay, reposition, bringing this foot over, keeping you modest. Okay?
Thank you.
Oh yeah, we pride ourselves in that, especially keeping all the ladies and the patients and everybody modest.
Are you doing all right with this so far, pain-wise?
No, it's hurting.
Hurting.
This, the bed is soft, so.
Yeah. That's why I wanted you to do this, because what happens is most people try to just sit up from the center and they feel like they're stuck in a hole.
Mm.
So if we can get a little closer to the edge and pivot to sit up, it goes a little better. There you go. That was it. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Okay.
Okay, do that one more time. Up and over. Good. Now this leg can rest on the bed. From here, hello.
Oh,
Some
fine.
nutrition for you.
That's great.
Some protein.
Just leave it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so now we're going to pivot to sit up. Now, we have some linens underneath you. We can give you support using those linens.
Okay.
The main thing is he's going to give you back support. I'm going to help manage
My legs.
where your legs are.
Right.
Specifically the left one, because it's going to hurt if we let it cross or
Yes.
rotate too much. Okay?
Okay.
So maybe from here, bring this leg off the side.
Okay.
Okay?
That's
Yeah. And you can kind of hook the side of that bed now.
okay.
Use that leg as a little leverage. I always talk about how rock climbers use their legs to help them climb up walls. I want you to use your leg to help you, and you can grab onto my hand here if you'd like. Let's start to sit up now. You can hook the side of the bed with that right leg to help you maneuver to the side. Okay, and I promise
Okay.
I won't let you fall.
I know you will.
Okay, now do your best to sit up, maintaining your sitting balance on your own if you can.
What do you want me to do?
I want you just to sit here and maintain your balance without my help if possible. Okay?
Right.
You doing alright? Pain wise? Lightheaded at all?
Yes.
If it worsens, let us know.
Okay.
It's common to be a little lightheaded, but if it starts to get worse, you tell us. So I'm watching the color in your face too, and it hasn't changed too much.
I'm gonna take oxygen off because it's going to come through.
Let's run it a different way just because so what we'll do is we'll do this.
Yeah, okay.
Reroute it, she can keep it on. I'll plug it back in.
That's it.
I'm just gonna bring this oxygen line through here and plug you back in. Okay. Still feeling alright? Lightheaded? But not getting worse, right?
No, not getting worse.
Okay. I'm gonna plug you back into this sensor. And for my notes and just to make sure you're responding appropriately with your blood pressure, I'm gonna check that too.
Okay.
Are we going?
I am.
Thank you, Josh.
No problem.
You're keeping me, whatever.
Modest.
Yes, that's the word you used.
Do me a favor, focus on your breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We say smell the roses,
Mhm.
and then blow out the candles, okay? I think maybe blood flow to your finger isn't the best.
Okay.
It happens, which is I think giving us a somewhat artificially low number.
On the oxygen.
Yeah.
They've been struggling with that, I think.
I think that if they were to try putting it maybe in a different location,
Oh.
sometimes on an earlobe,
Oh.
sometimes they'll put it on somebody's big toe
Yes,
Mhm.
I had him do that.
in the
Okay.
past, so that might give us, because you're not feeling short of breath, are you?
No,
Yeah. And you didn't use oxygen
no,
at your baseline,
right.
so.
And she does have a fractured rib, but she's been able to
Yeah,
do deep breathe. So
on
that's
the left, isn't it, from what I remember?
yes. Yeah.
So this is going to come up to you.
Wow.
Okay.
I can help you get your feet up onto that if needed. But it looks like you were able to pick it up. So this is on wheels, which can be unsafe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock it.
Okay.
Okay? You got your balance?
Yes.
Okay. So from here, so make sure all of our lines are in a safe place. Let me do that quick blood pressure check and then we'll look at trying to stand.
Okay.
Just a minute.
Rest your right arm the best you can. So maybe put your palm,
I'm sorry.
put your arm on your thigh and turn your palm up like I'm doing. That'll give us maybe the most accurate blood pressure reading.
Right, I understand.
You're doing great though.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
While this is running, I'm going to show you. You're in that, and you're going to grab onto that bar ahead of you in a minute.
Not now.
As you go to stand, notice I have my left leg kicked out. I have my right foot back underneath me. You're going to have to do that so that you don't put weight through that left leg. That's going to make you rely on your right leg and your arms
Okay.
to help you stand up. Okay? So Josh and I are also going to help you.
Okay.
Still trying to read. I'm going to give you just a little back support here
Okay.
as that's reading.
I forgot what I'm supposed to
Put-
do.
Put your right arm up on your thigh. No, you're not standing up yet, Mama.
Not
We're
standing
still
up yet.
doing blood pressure.
There you go, just like that.
Keep it like that.
It's gonna keep squeezing you. That's why I don't want it to hurt you. I was hoping to do kind of explanation while it's running, but. Lowest blood pressure machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were having trouble with the thermometer early too, so.
107 over 54.
Hmm.
That lightheadedness,
Yes,
is it any worse at all?
no,
Okay.
I'd rather just try to sleep.
Yeah.
The blood pressure, I mean, it's a little low, but it's still appropriate to try to stand.
Okay.
And again, being 98, probably your blood pressure is a little bit lower normally anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, Josh, I want to get a belt and put it on her. I'm going to get one in. I'm going to, just from the nurse's par room, we'll grab one. We'll use it to. So we're going to grab a belt that we're going to get around you for safety.
Right.
Can you take some deep breaths?
Huh?
Can you take some deep breaths? Okay. Yeah. Doing great.
I don't feel too great.
Well, you're sitting up, Mom.
Yeah, that's the main thing. So
Yeah.
sitting here is challenging, isn't
Yeah.
Yes,
That means we're making some positive change,
okay.
okay? Because this is not easy just sitting here.
No.
It's a little painful, but it's also tiring,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So sometimes this is the extent of what we can do. I think based on where you are, we can probably get you up, but we're going to play it by ear.
Okay,
I want to make sure that if you start getting any more lightheaded, you let us know, okay? If that happens, we'll have you sit back down and get you back to bed.
Okay.
But if possible, we're going to have you stand for a little bit. We're going to give you a ride over to this chair.
Okay.
So Josh stepped out to grab a belt,
Yes, I've seen those.
mobility belt. We're going to put one on you. It'll be
Yes.
yours from now on. The nurses can use it when they're with you as well.
There, you can hang on to me with that.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us what you did. Where you're hurting?
I feel weak.
Yeah. Well, you've been in bed, laying down for a couple of days. So yeah.
That weakness, is it getting worse feeling?
Right now it is.
It
yes.
does seem to be worsening.
Yes.
Okay. Josh, I'm going to check your blood pressure one more time.
Okay.
I'm going to rest your arm here. Josh, I'm going to come behind her and give her back support.
Yeah,
We'll
that-
run her blood pressure.
Okay.
We're going to do one more check. She can lean back against me here.
Alright.
So I'm going to give you back support. You can lean in against me if you need, okay?
Oh, that helps.
I had a feeling that
Yeah.
might.
Thank you. Thank you. I have a problem with my back. I've got two vertebrae that are kind of held together with glue. So my back, I used to be 5'6" and now I'm only 5 foot.
That osteoporosis is
Yeah.
taking its toll.
I've been reading more and more about, they talk about nutrition and how much more protein you need and supplements you need as you age.
Yeah.
Any
Help
supplements?
Minimize that.
Any supplements in particular?
Well, just in my head, I'm thinking protein specifically
Yeah.
and how much more you need as you age. It increases a lot more than you'd realize.
We've
But-
encouraged her to take more
Didn't
protein.
get much good
But-
protein during the war.
No, that's
Which were my formative years, or
Yeah.
some of my formative years.
Can you leave your hand flat, Mom? Opened up. Flip it.
Open up.
There you go.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
So very similar blood pressure reading.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah, I think that's kind of been what she's been getting.
All right, so let's try to reach forward and grab onto that purple bar now. I know that right shoulder hurts a little. I can help if needed. So we're going to go ahead and put this belt around you now, too.
Okay.
Now watch your left leg, Mama. Remember?
We'll reinforce that.
Okay.
before.
Right. I think it's just hanging.
Good.
I
Okay.
don't think I've got weight on it.
So seated here, it's okay that your foot touches the ground. It's just when we stand, you don't want to put weight through it as you stand. Okay, you don't have any sore spots on your stomach, do you?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm. I think she's
So
sorry.
I want
Other
this-
than that rib, I mean, but and her ribs are
the
kind of
lower rib,
they're-
they were saying too, right?
Yeah,
So try to be
because-
as low as possible.
yeah. She's doesn't have much of a waist anymore. Everything's kind of sunk in.
We'll try not to use this, but it's just kind of just in case.
Yes. Right here.
Is that okay there?
Yes.
Come around. And I'll be on that side, Josh.
Okay.
That's all right there?
Yes, I think you found I had a waist. I didn't know that.
Okay. So from here, let's bring this left foot out a little
Okay. Okay.
so that you have to use your right leg.
Okay.
You have to rely on your arms.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to bring the bed up a little.
Okay.
That makes you a little bit closer to a
Uh-huh.
standing position, right?
Yes.
That
Yeah.
ultimately means it's going to be easier for you to get up.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to come underneath your shoulder here. Just weight through that right leg, nothing through the left. So I tell people, imagine having an eggshell underneath your left foot. You couldn't break that eggshell.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I don't feel very good.
Don't feel very good?
In what way?
I feel weak and
Yes.
Is that lightheadedness worsening at all?
I think so. Yes.
Maybe a little?
Maybe. Okay.
Take some deep breaths.
Do you feel like you might pass out?
Not yet.
Do you feel like that's coming?
I hope not.
We need you to talk with us. That's how. Are you feeling like you're gonna pass out, or how you feeling?
I feel weak.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll just give her a ride over there. Yep, I've got her. Just unplug this one.
Almost.
Okay. And this one. And we'll give you a quick ride over there. Let's unlock this one.
Look
I've
at
got you.
that.
Okay.
Yes.
Look at that. You all right?
Now just the last thing is just
Oh,
unplug
that-
the oxygen
yeah.
for a second. You're doing really well. This is exactly what I was hoping you'd be able to do.
Do you want her to look up? Does that help? Or
Focus on your posture, obviously,
Yeah,
the best you can.
and yeah, maybe no.
And focus on breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, we're going to back you up all the way to this chair, Josh. Go ahead and lock that. We're going to sit down slowly now. Relying on those arms, relying on your right leg. Okay? Come on down. Have a seat.
Come on. Have a seat.
We got you. We're going to sit down nice and slow. There's a chair right behind you.
Oh. Oh.
We got you.
Okay?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
All right.
Josh, I'm going to give her a little support here. Let's get a pillow behind her.
Yes.
Good breathing,
You
Mama.
did it.
You
You
did
did
it.
it.
Good breathing.
Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay? Good job. Josh, we can do that.
He's gonna move this.
So slowly we're going to bring this away from you, okay? What I want you to do is walk your feet off of that platform slowly. Okay?
Yes.
And we're going to bring your legs up now. using the leg rest.
I got it.
Okay. A little better now?
Can you tell them how you're feeling? Is there pain?
I don't,
Oh,
I just feel kind of lightheaded.
yeah.
Lightheaded.
Okay.
Yes.
Focus on breathing. In through your nose and out through your mouth. I'm gonna take this belt from you. Split up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. We'll just leave it behind you for
Okay.
now. That's what I'm looking for.
Good. Deep breaths. Yeah.
In through the nose. So, we could have very easily just said, you know what, let's get back to bed. But I think it was best that we pushed it a little, okay? Because that got you moving a little bit more than I think you otherwise would have done throughout all today.
Yep.
Sure.
And then into a large portion of tomorrow. So there's always pros and cons to every scenario. Yes, you were probably a little lightheaded, hurting a little,
Uh-huh.
but laying in bed makes the situation worse too.
I agree with you. Yes.
So just focus in through that nose, out through the mouth. We're gonna get you repositioned a little comfier than this. I'm gonna scoot you back in the chair.
I feel pretty comfortable.
You look pretty good, but what I think we can do is I can get your hips back a little bit further pretty easily. So I'm just gonna use the sheet that's underneath you
Okay.
to slide your hips back. You're gonna feel what you're gonna feel what I mean here.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
It's very easy.
My bad, Ian. It's just a cord was tight.
That's fine.
Look at you sitting up. Good girl.
That's a lot better.
What we're also seeing is that you're more upright than you were
Yes.
in
Mm-hmm.
the bed, which is good for your lungs, which
Yep.
will likely help to get that oxygen level to start to come up
Yes.
a little bit more.
Right. Could I have something to drink?
Mm-hmm.
The water?
Is this her water stopper?
That's yeah.
I don't need any ice.
Is there a straw there she can,
Let me see.
Sorry?
he's gonna get one with a straw.
Here you
Oh,
go.
wonderful. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm gonna get this pillow here in a second, but maybe are you gonna be here most of the day with her?
I am, yes.
Okay.
We'll
I-
definitely
Let me
make
do
sure
that.
she has her call.
Hold on for a second.
Oops,
But
went down the wrong pipe?
Put it on fire.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
Take a-
Also so important to be upright for that situation
Exactly.
too. So you doing a little better?
Feeling better?
Yes.
So I'm gonna hold her. See if the back of this will come up any higher. Do that.
Oops. Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Just went down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Good job.
I'm gonna reroute these things.
That's that hard. Can you imagine? It takes that much two strong men to get me in a chair.
Well, you didn't require that much
What's
help.
assistance? You did look
Yeah.
good yourself.
Getting out of bed, yes, that was a little bit more help, but typically getting out of bed, that's the hardest thing after this type of injury.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
So you'd like her to just sit here for,
Try to hang out for a couple hours. Definitely,
Okay.
maybe try to sit here and eat your lunch, because we already did talk about the importance of being upright
yep,
and with swallowing and breathing. So many positive
you.
things with being more upright.
Okay.
I was gonna give you a couple little simple exercises you could be doing as well. Circulation purpose wise. One is just pumping the ankles back and forth. So I'm gonna break up the exercises into kind of hourly versus maybe 2 to 3 times a day. Ankle pumps is the first one, that's hourly. Ankle.
Am I doing that right?
Yes.
And no pain with that?
No.
Great.
These should not cause too much pain,
Okay.
the hourly ones.
Good.
Another good one I think is trying to just clench your butt muscles. Okay?
Is this boost for her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta get that protein. How does that? Can you do that? I'm doing it for you, Mom.
Please. I use all the help.
So there's one that's kind of in between the two. So you did the ankle pumps, you did the butt clenches. You could also try to press the back of your knee down, trying to contract that thigh muscle. Those are every hour. So that one's called a quad set.
Okay.
I
quad.
find if I kind of pull my toes up, that helps.
Helps a little bit.
Yes.
It makes sense.
So I do this, and what were the other ones?
Your butt clench,
Oh, yeah.
and then these are hourly, Mom. Hourly.
While I'm in the chair.
Anything for that right arm?
I was gonna
Oh.
have her do just at least try and get the elbow up to shoulder height.
Okay.
But it's always best to focus on posture first. So before you ever even lift the arm, to try to get that kind of, instead of being
Oh,
Mm.
my
kind of
posture's
pulling the
terrible,
shoulders back,
yes.
and then lift from there. And then the last thing is keeping the thumb pointed up. That helps position the shoulder a little bit better. But elbow up to height of shoulder,
Okay.
2 to 3 times a day, 10 to 20 reps.
I can do it with this
Yeah.
one, but I can't do it with
Just show me how well you can on that side. If you can't go all the way up, just do the best you can. You can help it.
Okay.
Help it. You could help her with
Yeah,
it, or
yeah,
you
okay.
can
Oh, there
actively
you
help her
go.
with the other. And all I'm
But-
asking is up to shoulder height. Doesn't need to go too
And,
much
and
higher.
it can be in front, or does
or
it?
to the side, or
Okay.
kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. So if
Good.
you were here with her, you could intermittently, for the first few reps, she could help you get started.
Yeah.
And then come back down. Okay.
How does that feel?
now that I got to the chair, I'm pretty comfortable.
But how about moving your arm? Is that all right? Yeah.
I can do it a little bit.
Good. Good.
If we were to bring her legs down at all, which she could intermittently as well.
Okay. Is that hurting?
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's hurting your
Thigh, probably pretty guarded.
where's it?
On the front of the thigh is hurting, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Do your best. Let's start with the right leg. Just kick your right foot out ahead of you. Okay? Try it on this side now. Within the range that you can tolerate. So you could intermittently bring her legs down, just use some
Okay.
leg rest and let her do leg kicks.
Oh,
Okay?
look at that.
I think these are a starting point.
Sure.
And we can add more next time.
Okay. And that's just a couple of times a day.
Yeah, 2
Like-
to 3 times a day. Doing maybe 10 to start with.
Okay.
And again, it doesn't have to be a full kick. Anything that's at least starting to activate that muscle against gravity.
Okay.
So I'm going to do one last blood pressure check before I leave.
Okay.
Since we were hovering a little bit low,
Yeah.
that lightheadedness you were having, did it mostly go away now?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to ask the nursing staff if they can do something about this congestion. It bothers me that I'm so congested.
And that's been happening. That's not just since we've been here.
Maybe the swallowing is...
Maybe, but often in the morning she's very congested and
They do have a breathing apparatus called an inspirometer.
Yep. We've
That
used,
maybe the nurse, when they could see about having a respiratory therapist come to maybe do some sort of breathing treatment, but also to reinforce the inspirometry,
okay,
which is it's just breathing, deep
Sure.
breathing.
yeah.
So
And you think we ought to suggest maybe a different spot for her oxygen?
possibly, I'll
Okay.
mention that to the
Okay,
nurses.
okay.
I'm gonna, once that blood pressure's finished, I'm gonna put this pillow underneath your legs. I'm gonna be as gentle as I can. I think you'll find that this helps improve comfort a little bit once I get it there. They could, I mean, based on how that went, they could use that steady, but I'm gonna tell them maybe the first option would be more so using the sling to get her back to bed
Okay,
at this point.
okay.
Just
So
based on how lightheaded she felt, and then based on also the fact that her blood pressure did drop a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So the main thing to help with that is doing those circulation exercises, and then, like I said, I'm going to talk to the nurses.
Okay.
Lift with me. Not too bad with
No.
help. Okay. Now lift this one by itself. Nice. Okay. So typically having a little slight bend in the knee puts a little slight bend in the hip, and then makes that position that
Feel more
improves comfort a little
yeah.
bit.
How does
It's
that
also
feel?
getting the pressure off her heels a little bit more too.
How you feeling?
Okay.
Okay. No pain anywhere?
Well, yeah, that's just a little pain.
Okay.
And
In this scenario, I would say like upwards of a moderate pain is okay, but we don't want to push into severe. Okay?
And that'll probably ease off as she's resting a little bit, won't it? Yeah. So after a few hours, maybe towards dinner time, the nurses will put her back in the bed?
Yes.
The nurses will do
So
it.
I would say maybe upwards of get through lunch, and then they could use that sling to get you
Okay.
back.
Okay.
You could always ask them to get you back later for dinner to be upright. So they can use that sling at any point in time. And to be honest, I would recommend it for every meal.
Okay.
And so I'm going to put you on to where we're seeing you nearly daily. But that doesn't mean we can always get here before you have your breakfast.
Oh, bless your heart.
Right.
Now, when we leave and go to rehab, that's what we've got to figure out. When we do it, we'd be skilled nursing probably with therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of how the scenario would work?
Yes. Yeah, it'd
Okay.
be a skilled nursing facility probably.
We're seeing if Westminster can do that, and if not, it would be something like Brooks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever, honestly has room at this point.
Yeah.
So they'll give you options probably of places they can reach out to.
Because they live at Westminster, it
It'd
would be
nice to be able
natural.
to transition back, and
It
makes
would
a lot
be.
of sense to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell the nurses how it went. I'm gonna tell them maybe to use a sling for now. You're gonna sit up for lunch. I'm gonna tell them maybe they should look at a different place to put the oxygen
Okay.
sensor. I'm gonna mention that you feel a little congested.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they want to have a respiratory therapist.
Okay. But I think her lungs were clear earlier when they did her vitals and everything. I think.
they never complain about
No.
it, do they? Don't.
No. So, yeah.
Just with the oxygen being a little bit
Yeah.
low throughout. The problem is with this machine is it's not showing us a waveform.
Okay.
Which
Yes.
when it doesn't give you a waveform, I don't know if it's correct or not.
Okay. One more announcement before we leave. Your chair alarm right here. Press the red button for your nurse, okay? If you need anything, like we discussed earlier.
Okay.
And I do have you on the chair alarm. So
Oh.
please don't get up.
Okay.
Because they'll come running because
Oh.
they think something's wrong.
Okay.
Alrighty?
All right. Can you assure Josh you're not going to be jumping out of that chair, Mom? Promise.
Alright.
Thank
ladies
you.
have a good
All right.
rest of your day.
You too. Nice seeing you.